Good morning. Good morning. So I've kind of been delaying this intentionally because it doesn't make me happy to do this. But as we continue to work on the Elijah Vue case, I believe it is important that we have an understanding of the charges that are going on. So this particular video, I will just be reviewing the documents and complaints against Jesse Vang. That is Katrina Baur's boyfriend. Elijah Vue was in the quote unquote care of Jesse Vang at the time that he allegedly went missing. So I'm going to dive into this, and I'm just going to read it just so you have the information. For those of you that are at a certain level in the community membership area of Patreon, will they get access to the actual documents for all these various document dumps, so to speak. So on February 26, 2024, the criminal complaint in the Manitowoc County was filed against Jesse Vang with the clerk of court. Count 1, neglecting a child. Specified harm did not occur and child under 6 years of age and party to a crime modifier. The above named defendant on or between February 12th, 2024 and February 20th, 2024 in the city of Two Rivers, Wisconsin, as a party to a crime, being a person responsible for the welfare of victim, date of birth 8/2020, through his action for reasons other than poverty, did negligently fail to provide necessary care so as to seriously endanger the physical, mental, or emotional health of the child, and the nature and probable consequences of this violation would be harm. Although the harm did not actually occur and the child, contrary to Wisconsin statutes, a Class 1 felony, and upon conviction may be fined not more than $10,000 or imprisoned not more than 3 years and 6 months or both. So just to say here that, there is an amended complaint, but I already believe that there are not strong enough charges or sentence terms in this case. But I do believe even more charges will be coming down the pipeline. With regards to probable cause, the complainant alleges he is informed by the reports of Megan Klumpian, known to complainant to be a detective with the Two Rivers Police Department, and Detective Lieutenant Jacob Glazer of the Two Rivers Police Department, that the incident occurred in the city of Two Rivers, Manitowoc County, Wisconsin. Based on the information provided by those detectives, on February 20th, 2024, the Two Rivers Police Department was notified by dispatch that Jesse Vang called 911 at 10:59 a.m., reporting that he was babysitting a 3-year-old victim. Vang reported that while watching them, he fell asleep. When he woke up, the child was missing. Law enforcement responded to the Vang residence at 3918 Mishicot Road, Apartment 102 in Two Rivers in an attempt to locate the victim. Law enforcement has been unsuccessful in locating the victim as of February 26, 2024. On February 20th, the detective spoke with Vang at the residence. He indicated he was in a relationship with the victim's mother, Katrina Baur. He stated that the victim had been staying with him recently and that he has been trying to help Baur correct the victim's bad behaviors. Vang stated that he has been assisting with the care of the victim for a month but not continuously. He stated that on today's date, February 20th, he woke up with his autistic teenage son. Yes, there was another child in his care who was also autistic, so you can only imagine. Vang helped his son with getting on the bus at approximately 7:30. He stated the victim was asleep after he walked his son out to the bus. He woke the victim up at approximately 8 a.m. and brought him into the bedroom with him. He shut the door and he went to sleep. Vang went to sleep. Vang stated he woke up at approximately 11 a.m. and found the victim was gone. He stated he then called 911 to report the victim missing. So, the 911 call was placed at 10:59 a.m. He says he woke up at 11 a.m. And I understand that's a 1-minute difference, but that doesn't really even give you time to search your building, your apartment, and outside. The detective spoke with Baur. Baur stated that the victim has been in the care of Jesse Vang for approximately 1 week. Conflicting statements. She resides in Wisconsin Dells. She stated she dropped off the victim with Jesse Vang on February 12th in Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. She intended on the victim coming back to Wisconsin Dells on Friday, February 23rd. On February 20th, DCI agent Neil Lofi did speak with Katrina Baur and denied that she was in the Manitowoc County area on February 16th and 17th. Detective Klumpian is aware that pursuant to search warrants, law enforcement did conduct forensic extractions of Jesse and Katrina's cell phones after they were consensually turned over to law enforcement. Based on analysis of these cell phones, specifically location data obtained, the law enforcement obtained information that contradicted Katrina Baur's statements that she had not been in the Manitowoc County area on February 16th and 17th. Law enforcement located messages between Vang and Baur at approximately 6:39 p.m. and 6:49 p.m. on February 17th, where Vang tells Baur that he is angry that the victim overfilled his diaper with feces and urine, and that Vang gave victim a cold shower. Vang noted that victim was clean but scared. Detective Glazer spoke with Katrina Baur, and she stated that Jesse Vang was the enforcer of rules in the relationship, and that was the reason for sending the victim to stay with Vang. She discussed with him the limits of what discipline she did not want used. Other than that, she was fine with whatever discipline Vang enforced. She gave examples of discipline, including praying, saying he was sorry, and going over 4 rules that the victim is supposed to be memorizing. At no point did she admit she was in the city of Two Rivers between February 12th and February 20th or had any face-to-face contact with the victim. She said she was discussing behavior issues with Vang around Thanksgiving 2023, and he said she needed to try harder to stop the behavior. Baur stated she wanted Vang to teach him by example how to be a man. She stated the first time the victim had gone to stay by Vang without her was January 2024. She said the past week was the longest time the victim had stayed with Vang without her being there. Detective Lieutenant Glazer said while talked about this past week, she admitted she had been in Two Rivers on February 26th. She said she left the Wisconsin Dells around 6 or 7 p.m. and arrived in Two Rivers late at night. She saw a victim on the couch, but he was tired. She said she left early morning on February 17th. She was confronted about being in Two Rivers on a different day, and she did admit she was in Two Rivers on February 14th for a period of time and then went back home. On February 20th, Vang consented to meeting with law enforcement at Two Rivers Police Department and agreed to a consensual interview. During the course of the interview conducted by Detective Michael Herman of the Manitowoc County Sheriff's Office, Vang made consensual statements in regards to his recent interactions with victim. Vang stated that the victim is afraid of him, then corrected himself and stated that he respects me. He stated that they put victim here as a punishment for his bad behavior. They were trying to teach him how to be good here and good at home. Vang indicated that he is trying to make him understand that going home is a privilege. Vang stated that the victim was disciplined using timeouts. He described the timeouts as being standing for periods of time from 1 to 3 hours. During this time, the victim was required to pray or say, "I'm sorry, Mommy." Vang reported that the victim was in timeout for the majority of this time, with Vang as it was intended as a form of boot camp. We are going to just pause for a moment.